Welcome to episode 4, Cuatro, of The Life of a Legend. I'm still learning Spanish. I'm hoping I'm getting a little bit better with it, but bear with me. So this episode is probably the most important to me, The Adventures of Legend and Buddy, because Legend is by far the most important thing that I do in my life. Being a parent is a lot, but it's very rewarding. And I wanted to kind of tackle this episode because people ask me a lot, does your son live here with you in Florida? How often do you see your son? Why do sometimes we see him, sometimes we don't? And also people always ask me, what happened to that girl you were with all the time? I used to see you in pictures and videos and then I just didn't. So this episode, no drama will be admitted because we successfully co-parent together. But I just want to address some of the things because that's a major part of my life and we make it work. So see everything that's going on with the Adventures of Legend and Buddy and how we have a great fun-filled summer as we lead up to his birthday and his first day of school. So check it out. Life of a Legend, episode 4. You know me, but you have no idea. Welcome to the Life of a Legend. All right, so I'm gonna be honest. I was very nervous this summer about getting Legend because last summer, me and my ex did 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. But this summer, it was a full 30 days. And I think that was a lot for all of us. It was a lot on him as a child. You know, he hasn't really been without her that long. It was a lot on me because my lifestyle is extremely busy, hence the Life of a Legend. I didn't necessarily know how I would navigate parenting for 30 straight days. And I know it was a lot on her because she's so used to being with him. So it was stressful a little bit, just anxiety, not necessarily stress. But having Legend, I got his room all set up, all the things he likes. He likes a little bit of sports, but I think he likes a little bit of sports for me because I took him to an NBA draft party and that was an epic fail. But I'll get into that a little later in the episode. But I had his 10, I had all of his ABCs, his favorite toys, and then video games. Because even though Legend's only 6, he's an avid gamer and he's actually really good. So that's funny to me. You know, children sometimes can be the opposite of you, but they're also the same because Legend is extremely bossy. And there's no bigger boss than me. But if you see me with my little buddy, he is definitely running the show. He's the boss. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward to the YMCA. So big shout out to the YMCA. I am so grateful for the partnership and the support I get from the YMCA. And that's what Legend did in summer camp. And it was so cool. They had field trips. They had a snow cone party, and Legend loved him some snow cones. So that was right up his alley. And he loved his camp counselors. I forget their names because I'm horrible with names. I used to say boy and girl counselor. Boy and girl counselor, you real ones. But he loved them. It was tough for him to say goodbye to them. I always know when he gets a little emotional because he don't want to look at people. But they had a great time at the YMCA. They had a swim party. They did so many things. And every day, like I actually got in my room upstairs, just a big, giant shrine of all of the different things Legend made for me. They made something every single day. And that is crazy to me. And he went swimming. He loves to swim. So he went swimming every day at the Y as well. So the YMCA was a big, big help to me. And Legend loved it. So thank you for that. And it made the summer a little bit better just because I have all these jobs and there was no way I could have possibly done everything and take Legend with me. Gotta thank Mayweather. One, I'm always going to rep the brand that reps me. But I took Legend to work with me at the studio at least 3-4 times. To be honest, I needed to. One time was a little unplanned. But, you know, I got to step in when something happens. But the members, they love Legend. Dee, she was bringing him candy. And he had his secret Nana. I'm not going to name drop, but she is amazing with him. And she would always help me out when I had him. And he wanted to take a walk or needed some time there. Then I got to shout out my brother, Big Kev. He actually taught Legend how to box. Isn't that crazy? I saw Legend over there. Jab, cross, D-hit, re-hit, upper. It's the cutest thing. I'm so proud of my son with everything he does. But he was doing amazing with that. And yeah, they just showed the love. Showed the family. You know.
Hands up, magnet, jab, cross, lead hook, rear hook, lead uppercut, rear uppercut, eyes on me, and dodge. Yeah, Legend. That's how you do it, Bob. Practice that.
You know, like I always sometimes say, like I live here in Florida by myself, so I don't have any family to help me. I cannot say that anymore because they all were very, very helpful to me, especially when I needed it. So, you know, shout out to my family there. All right, to my other job. So Legend had to go with me one day to Tampa. That one was definitely unplanned. Definitely unplanned. But he was at my battalion taking pictures with the flag like he was the next commander in training. People ask me all the time when I want Legend to join the military. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Some of the things I've seen, some of the places I've been, not my baby. not my baby. Maybe when he gets older, I may change my mind, but for right now, it's absolutely no. I want him to just be the innocent, sweet child he is, and I'll say no. But they were very receptive to him. No one questioned me having him there. I didn't leave him with nobody there. I mean, no shade to them. I wouldn't say that it was the environment there. Like if it was around my company, maybe, but not at the battalion level. It's just too much going on there. We're going to go to Legoland. So first of all, it's hot in Florida. And when I say hot, disrespectfully hot. Disrespectfully hot.
You disrespect me. You disrespect my family.
But Legend loves to play. He loves theme parks. And I like Peppa-Pig because it is for smaller kids. Like some of the stuff at Legoland, he's not necessarily tall enough to do it, but he can ride every ride at Peppa-Pig. And when I say every ride, it's 4. No, it's 5. I discovered an extra one. So he's riding all 5 rides there.
This is the best driver in Florida right here. Mr. Legend. Mr. Legend is the best driver in the world. This is the best driver in Florida. Right, Mr. Legend? Oh, bend the curve, bend the curve, bend the curve. Whip it, whip it, whip it.
But he loves it. And then my friend, my real friend, Shannon, came down with my little best friend, Ty. And we had a family affair out there at Peppa Pig and Legoland. And it was a lot. Being in the heat with 2 children can be a lot, right? Shannon and I live a very busy lifestyle, so it's not always something we get to do. But I told her, you know, Meek Mill voice, we prayed for times like this. So it was a blessing to be able to do that with them. And we had a great time, I still remember, like, I ain't trying to call Shannon out, right? But we got on this little roller coaster with the kids. I thought the kids was going to be scared, but she actually looked like she was fearful. And just don't understand. It wasn't a lot going on. But hey, you know, I'm not judging. It was maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, oh, I just don't feel right in my stomach. You know, I don't know. The kids were like, having a good time. I don't know. I didn't feel the same way she felt, but I didn't necessarily feel the same way they felt either. So to each his own, right? Sorry, real friend. I just had to call you out a little bit on that one. But again, great time. Me and Legend loved it so much, we ran it back. So the last day before he needed to go back with his mom, his other mom, we went back to Peppa Pig and Legoland, and we rode like everything. But it was so hot. It was so hot. Me and Legend had our little stoner shades on, because he wants to be cool like Buddy, right?
The captain is riding the boat, right, Legend?
Yeah.
El Capitan.
I got Capitan. I'm fired.
Yeah.
I got that.
Right? But yeah, it was a good day. It's like an hour drive, so you kind of got to be prepared for it. But Legend doesn't fall asleep. Like, I don't know what it is. Because like whenever I talk to my ex, she's like, he's taking a nap. He never takes a nap with me. He is not the one of the two when it comes to giving me a little break. So when he's with Buddy, we awake. So he talks to me the whole ride back, which is super cool. And we normally get slushies, and he'll drink one flavor, I'll drink one flavor, then we'll switch, right? So we could try the other ones because we're buds, right? But that was a good time, great time. Me and my ex were together for a while, right? And then we separated maybe 5 years ago, and then we divorced maybe 2 years ago. So that's why people don't see me with her as much anymore, because there's no reason for us to be together. And there's no animosity there at all. It's nothing but love when it comes to us being great co-parents for Legend, because he loves us both. And we always want to keep our child happy. People tell me all the time, Legend looks like such a happy child. He is a happy child because he has 2 parents who love him very much. But I just wanted to address that because people ask me all the time why they don't see me with her. That's what happens when you get a divorce. You know what I mean? I'm sure I'm not the only person in America who's had a divorce, but just wanted to hit that dead on. And that is also why people don't see me with Legend all the time. So she technically has primary custody, and she gets him all the time, and I get him at least once a month. But now that I'm getting ready to retire out the military, we kind of talked about it a little bit, and I want to try to get him twice a month. So we see each other quite often, and it kind of varies, right? So some months, depending on the holiday, I might get him for like 4 days, or maybe like I'm driving. Well, I ain't gonna drive, I'm lazy. I'm flying. I might fly to Atlanta and I'll get him for like a weekend because I'm visiting and she's okay with that. And I spend the time with him. But then sometimes like this summer, I get him for a lengthier amount of time. So for like winter break, I get him for 2 weeks. For spring break, I get him for 1 week. For the summer, I get him for 30 days. So that's why it's a lot more responsibility on my plate when it comes to the summertime, just because it goes from, 0 to 100 real quick, basically. But that's the backstory on all of that. I get how it can look to a person who doesn't know. So I just wanted to address it. Like, it's not a rumor. It's not a secret. It was really no reason to bring it up. But now that I am doing a documentary, it does make sense for me to document every part of my life. And I just wanted to address that part so people will understand why he isn't necessarily with me every day. All right, we got that done? Checkmate. Keep it moving. So I'm going to be honest. When I had to take Legend back, it was sad for me. Just because I got so used to him. So it was like for a month, really, we had our own routine. I think the YMCA was sad to see him go. When I was telling everybody around here in Florida, they got a chance to meet him and hang out with him. He was leaving, made them a little sad. So it was a sadder trip driving him home. But it made me realize too, like, we're all getting more used to it. Like, he wasn't that sad. I kind of knew I'm going to see him again soon. She was kind of receptive to what was going on. So it's like, now we're getting some normalcy into a situation that was at one point not that normal to everyone. So that gave me a little bit of reassurance. Then, of course, I had to go back to work. I think I dropped him off and I drove back to Florida, packed my bags, whoop, whoop, I'm out. I'm out of town for like a week, 2 weeks or whatever. Then I get to see him for his birthday. Okay, so I get a 2-for-1 basically because Legend's birthday is really close to his first day of school. And so since my ex gets him on his actual birthday, me and Legend call his birthday 2.0. Right? Is my way of making him understand it's still cool and we still get to celebrate even though your birthday was 2-3 days ago. So it's worked twice. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it. He gets excited and we get to do fun stuff. So I get down to Atlanta. I get my rental car. First of all, let me bring this up because it's the weirdest thing. I get my rental car. Driving out the gate, they call me. You got to bring the rental car back. Somebody already bought it. Who does that? What is going on in the world? Like, that was just some ghetto stuff. But you know what? God removes to replace. So I drove it back, got my rental car, went on about my business. Met up with them, get Legend, and we go to this place called Dino Land, I think. Maybe Dino Land. I don't know if I'm not giving you the right plug, Atlanta. I'm sorry.
What do you like about this dinosaur? You like that it's moving? Super cool. How old are you today, big man? You're 6.
It was a fun time, and it let me know Legend was a big boy because he wanted to play by himself, and he's showing me everything and sliding. Back in the day, he'd be a little more timid.
You gonna slide down?
So me and Legend about
slide down to me.
We about all the games. We are playing with these dinosaurs. We crawling on their back. I'm crawling through a tunnel. The floor was lava. Like, I play with my kid. I'm not one of them parents that don't play with their kid. Why you think he called me buddy? Oh,
champion.
I forgot that part of the story. Let me bring it back and dump it. People ask me all the time, why does Legend call me buddy? First of all, mind your business. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. It was a joke.
Got him!
Legend's first words to me were buddy. So I used to call him buddy all the time when he was a baby. Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Hey, buddy. And I guess that's what he just kind of picked up on, right? He picked up on the word buddy, and that's what he associates me with. So he's always called me buddy, but he does call me mama. People have asked me that too. You just probably have to be around us for a certain amount of time for you to hear him call me mama. But I like the fact that he calls me buddy because we're buds, right? Another funny story, right? So this is hilarious to me. So my ex, maybe like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, when Legend was in pre-K, she was sick. She couldn't physically take him to school, right? And some little kid comes up to Legend and says, why didn't your dad take you to school if your mom was sick? And so she says, Legend looks at that kid like, I don't need no dad. I got buddy. Bruh, when I tell you my little hitter, he get it. And I'm telling you, we have never had that conversation with him. We have never tried to explain anything to him. he just picked up on the dynamics of, I guess, our roles in his life. And he told that kid, like, my buddy is going to do it. I'm not looking for that. So like, that was so cool and so funny to both of us that he doesn't necessarily need an explanation from us. But no, he does not call me dad. I know people ask me that. No, it's buddy or mama. He is very aware that I'm a woman. And even though I don't go by gender defining roles, I am very much a woman and I identify as a woman, and my child knows that I'm a woman. So I'll leave it at that. And that's not offensive to anyone, not trying to offend anybody, but you know, people will hit me up and be like, Happy Father's Day. I'm not gonna be disrespectful for it, but you don't need to do that for me, because I don't associate myself as a father. I am very much a mother. But I'm a parent more than anything else. Again, so like I've never been one to get into titles like that. I'm more of his parent. But yes, I am a woman, and I don't take away from his other mama. We both tell each other Happy Mother's Day, if that makes sense to people. But whatever you give me, I'm gonna take it. Like, I'm never gonna be rude about something you get. I might be thinking something rude about it, but I'm never gonna be rude about somebody being polite to me and what they, I guess, deem to be polite. It's almost like people telling you Happy Veterans Day versus Happy Memorial Day, not really understanding memorial is for people that died and veterans are people who still alive. I don't get offended by it. Sometimes I correct it, sometimes I just take it, you know, so like, but I digress. Back to my little buddy. So after we leave Dino Land, we go to we ride this train. Oh my God. So Dino Land is in the mall. He sees this train. I think we're in a candy store. I'm about to give him some candy. Train! So now
A kid in a candy store. He changed his mind.
So now I'm riding the train through the mall with him. You know, I feel like people look at me like, this grown woman riding the train. But whatever. You know, I'm going to turn up for my little hitter. So we ride the train. Whoop, whoop. Boom, we go to Dave & Buster's. Me and Legend like Dave & Buster's. I like them because I can eat adult food and I don't have to eat like pizza crust, because the other places you play, they ain't really got nothing for vegans. Dave & Buster's, I see you and I appreciate it. So I normally get some good food there, some grown people food. And then I can get him to eat because he likes pizza. And then we play all the games, literally all the games. And I play them with him, ride the little games. Whoop, whoop, go back to the hotel. Legend's a big boy. He likes to play on the elevator. So we ride it like 5 times. I can't say no to him. I just let it ride. So then we go downstairs, we eat. He gets his double burger just to take everything off of it. I don't know. Hey, long as he eat, I guess. And then he goes back with his other mom because he goes to school the next day. And I know she has to get in a routine to get him ready for school and whatnot. And then I meet them both at the school for the first day. So I was extremely excited about the first day of school because Legend started first grade this year. But when he started kindergarten, I did not get a chance to go. It was my first retirement brief. And I had to be in Tampa for that. And I missed it. And I don't like to miss stuff for my son. It's not okay. You know, I like to have those memories. So I was very excited. There was a lot of kids in that school. I'm not really for that. Like, I'm not necessarily about a lot of kids. I'm about my kid, if I'm gonna be honest, right? But it went off well without a hitch. We got to meet his teacher and I walked him to his desk. He didn't cry or anything. Like, he was such a big boy. He actually dapped me up. We got a secret handshake. Whoop, whoop. Y'all seen it. And I go off to the Atlanta airport and I was stranded there for 12 hours. But that's another story for another episode. I have bad luck when it comes to flights. But if I'm going to get stuck for anybody, I'm okay getting stuck for my little hitter. You know what I'm saying? Really, in a nutshell, Legend is the most important job I do. I know people see me do a lot of things. And I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of responsibility, but I have fun with it. But being a parent is by far my number one priority. And I will say I'm a different person when I have Legend than I am doing other things because I'm so protective of him, protective of that.
My child will be wherever ice cream resides. You want Sonic? Okay. You ice cream boy? Buddy and Legend. Whoop whoop. We're doing kisses. Faster. Harder. Push me faster, Legend. Push me faster. Harder.
Not bad.
Look up at me. Look up at my voice. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Are we?
Don't lean. Why are you laying on it, big man? You're just gonna hold on to it with your hands.
You are standing straight.
But yeah, that is very me sharing my most intimate job with you all as being a parent. Because I love Legend. You won't hear me use the word love, love, love that much. But I love that little fellow. And if you ever meet him, he's so sweet. He is the sweetest little boy in the world. And yeah, I'm a human being. I have a child. He makes me soft, and that's okay. That is okay. So that's everything you need to know about the adventures of Legend and Buddy all summer 2023. Episode 4. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to it. I hope you see me and Legend in the streets and say what's up, right? But yeah, we out of here. Episode 4, Life of a Legend.